I think you would have WhatsApp, but I don't even have it. If I don't have it, who has it? Because I feel like I'm the prime suspect.
What phone do you have?
This one, Huawei.
Huawei.
Is it available?
For iPhone, for Android, Samsung, and the web version of some of it. Yeah.
I'll try get it later on. I'll see. I'll post about it on my blog.
Is Huawei I'm not.
It's an Android, yeah.
Is
like
it
it has
Android?
the
It should be.
same charger. I don't know. I'm not very tech savvy, but I'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Why you're supposed to be the expert here. So one of the things we've noticed is that usually the websites that we'll get will be allowed to translate, and there's sort of an interesting dynamic there in that we're doing it for free, but lots of websites won't even allow you to translate for them. But it's only really the largest websites or apps or whatever will allow you to translate. So WhatsApp has like 1 billion or 2 billion users or something. Facebook something similar. Twitter maybe 400 million or something.
Instagram, is that available in Irish?
It's not. So yeah, how do you get them? How do you get these companies to translate or to open their apps for translation? Sometimes they just do it without being asked. But lots of times, if people send them emails, I think WhatsApp happened because lots of people sent them an email like, "Oh, can you provide a service in Irish?"
And do you arrange that? Do
you
you really, ask people to send emails?
I think I probably did, but not in a major concerted way. I think maybe someone started a campaign, but it wasn't a massive thing. But if you can get, you can get 50 or 60 people to send an email, I think companies are like, oh, like if we're allowing another language the next time, stick Irish on it. Like that's the kind of way they do it. Or because lots of companies have their headquarters in Ireland, that might be a bit more of a reason for them to allow Irish.
It's definitely even like what you're saying. It's not like they have their headquarters, so they're therefore paying people. It's like they have their headquarters, so they're letting Owen and the rest of the, what was your little raggle taggle group?
Rehab. I'm going to be hung up and quartered over this. Re-evocative.
Yeah, the re-evocative will come in with their capes and just free. Yeah.
For free.
They really should pay you for that.
But no, so since the re-evocative did translate 3 major things like the Gmail, the Twitter, and then eventually once we'd done that, the company was like, oh, actually we're going to employ someone now.
Oh really?
I think we were very happy because it means that it is going to be kept on and we don't have to do it anymore. Because I think Gmail actually was quite, there was a lot of work to do on it. So
Gmail has someone employed now.
Yeah, not full time, but I remember every year or every couple of months you'd have to do like a couple of hundred sentences, and it got to be quite taxing because there's loads of different projects. So we're happy enough that other people are doing it now and they're getting paid to do it as well. And there's a very good standard. We think we've sort of laid out a good base for people to follow as well, which is hopefully what they'll do.
Because Rinne, you did a great job with Gmail insofar as like it recognises things when you write. If you say Kangalta,
if you send an email that says something along the lines of Tá an code Kangalta and you don't have something attached to it, then it goes, did you, or on if you go through the Kangal, or do you want to send this again or whatever. And also there's a certain element of localization, so not just translation, but we localize things. So we sort of cultural objects or terms or concepts, we translate them or we change them to make more sense for the Irish person. So things like basketball, I think in Gmail we changed that to Umáníocht rather than to Kishvel.
Why did they say basketball?
It's certain things like maybe like, oh, would you like to add this event to your calendar, such as playing basketball on Saturday or whatever. Cléa Umáníocht ar an Saturday.
Malmore Canny ar an Saturday.
Malmore Canny ar an Saturday. And even just sort of strange, sometimes translations are a little bit hard to do, so like sometimes like the source string, so the original sentence is something like this email was marked as important because our secret sauce says so. I thought, like, what does that mean? And that was eventually translated as something like Markálu an riafos seo mar riafos tábhachtach mar gnuirt ban lom gnuirt ban lei. So it's sort of naturalize or localize it.
But they came across like Easter eggs to me, like the user on the other end, because you don't think like whatever about Facebook and Gmail stuff being available in Irish, when they do something co-several in, like being like, what? So yeah.
Well, Kevin Scott, no, re-evocative.
An re-evocative on Shaw, an down a chaylu.
So and actually, an re-evocative has translated, I'm not sure if I mentioned, maybe like 3 or 4 million words of English to Irish, and they're not finished yet. So
Somewhere, when you're going to sleep tonight, just remember that somewhere someone is typing away in the Revocative. What would you say to people at home who are watching this?
Well, probably one of the most disappointing things about it is that there's been a lot of volunteer work done on these various apps, and unfortunately, not many people use them. We don't have user numbers for most of them, but anytime we've gotten user number figures for them, they've been really, really low. So low that it makes you think like people are very in Selnagweg or Pubnagweg are very happy to complain about government inaction and lack of service for XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
But then like these are like services that are available and far less people use them than the amount of people who complain about the government not providing services. So that's very disappointing. So basically, if you have a computer and even only have a little bit of Irish, you already know your way around Facebook and WhatsApp and everything. And even if you don't, you can change it back. It's not too hard. So most of them, you can change them by just going into the little cog icon, settings, and go languages. And Irish is down there somewhere. So basically, for the big ones, Gmail, also Outlook or Hotmail, what used to be Hotmail, Twitter, Facebook, Firefox, and there are some other ones, but they're the main ones, and that you can change to Irish quite easily. So I'd recommend to do that and tell your friends and family, and first of all to do it, please. Thank you.
Make all of Owen's hard work worthwhile,
and loads of other people.
And then make it easier for you to use Irish, because you know all the terms just from faffing around on your computer all day. Give me a Owen. This has been What the Fuckle, where I answer your questions about the Irish language. And if you have any questions, please get in touch and I'll be very happy to answer them for you. Slán!
Slán,